It doesn't say it. It says females and heat, but it does not say spayed or neutered animals.
Okay. I'll go with it.
Hello? Larry, are we ready?
Yeah, I'm making
Wow, it's so much quieter in here without the pouring down rain. Well, I'd like to thank everyone for coming to our June 7th meeting. Prior to our moment of silence, on a couple of sad and serious notes. One, we lost a longtime member of our Huntersville family, Mr. Bob Blythe, who was the only attorney for the town for, I think, over 50 years. And he passed away last night, the day before. And then, obviously, we've had a very significant tragedy occur in our community last week with the murders of 3 of our citizens and the suicide of another. And I think what you'll find is Huntersville is a very small town, and I'm sure you'll know somebody who knows somebody. And I want you to think about them, their families, but also think about our officers and detectives and first responders who had to go to the different scenes and think about their families as well and think about them. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to make tonight's meeting, so I'd asked Commissioner Bales to put together a few words. So before we have a moment of silence, Commissioner Bales.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. In regards to Mr. Blythe, who, as stated, served Huntersville for over 50 years as our town attorney, and someone that I knew well. Bob was a staple in our Huntersville community. His thoughtfulness and his witty, dry sense of humor will be missed by everyone who had the pleasure of working with him. And on a personal note, through my years of service on the board, I found Bob's kindness and genuine love for our community to be an inspiration. And personally, his family is in my prayers during this difficult time. So as we go into that moment of silence, let's continue to keep all of these families, keep each other close, and keep everyone in your thoughts and in your prayers.
Please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just blame that on the rain. I really don't have any other comments. Commissioner Bales.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just have an EDC report. Actually, I'm going to start with schools. School is out and summer is here. And I wish every family in Huntersville a wonderful and safe summer break. Now I'll switch over to the EDC. Huntersville has 22 of the 36 projects that the EDC is working on. And I wanted to take a moment and highlight an article that was in the Business Journal, the Charlotte Business Journal. Huntersville capitalizing on boom in speculative industrial development. We currently have about 4 million square feet of speculative space in planning, under review, or under construction. And our illustrious mayor was made some notes in this article, and I thought that it was timely. But Huntersville continues to grow, and something that the mayor said was that there's always been a plan, and that plan's coming to fruition, and that is a true statement. We have been purposeful as a board and as a town over the years, and we are seeing opportunities for our residents to work and in the community that they live in, and that is going to continue to be part of the plan. So thank you for saying that. I thought it was a great article, and it really highlighted our community in a wonderful way. And that's all I have.
Okay. Commissioner Boone?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. From the Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce, I would personally like to congratulate Sam James and his fine staff at James Funeral Home. They were singled out by the Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce as a Huntersville Small Business of the Year for 2020 during Small Business Week last week. Tomorrow morning, Tuesday at 8:30, is a female networking meeting. It'll be held at Brick Road, which is 19725 Oak Street in Cornelius, and this will feature 14 small businesses. The Chamber Regional Nonprofit Roundtable will be held in Huntersville at the American Legion, Post 321 on Wednesday, June 16th at 10 a.m. If you are a nonprofit, join us as we discuss what activities our nonprofits are conducting for the quarter, as well as our mission and goals. Networking is back at the Chamber in a big way. The Chamber's Business After Hours on June 17th at 5:30 at Sweet Dreams Mattress in Cornelius will be the first get-together. And the Zero K is back. The Zero K it's fun without the run, and it will be on June 24th. More information on the Chamber website. From Public Safety, I'd like to echo what the mayor said. It's been a long 10 days for the Huntersville first responders, and especially the police department. Major Graham, please say job well done to your folks. Thank you. On June 18th, the Huntersville Police Department will be having a community cleanup at Huntington Green neighborhood from 10 to 3. Please contact the police department for more details. August 3rd will definitely be National Night Out. And in closing, I'd just like to say, hide your valuables, take them with you, lock your car, and lock your house. If you see something, say something, call 911. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Commissioner Hines?
I really don't have any report. I know our next CRTPO meeting is the 16th of this month, so that's all I have.
Okay. Commissioner Munger?
Thank you, Mayor. On June 3rd, I attended the Huntersville Ordinance Advisory Board meeting where we continued to discuss items such as commercial communication towers, adding dormitory to allowed uses in the residential or rural zoning districts, and allowing detached garages and side yards. Also, last Monday I was able to attend the Memorial Day event at Veterans Park and listen to a wonderful speech by Rear Admiral Brooks. It was great to see so many people out enjoying the perfect weather and remembering our fallen heroes. And last, as always, if you have the opportunity to give, please consider supporting our nonprofits such as Angels and Sparrows, Caterpillar Ministries, Bags of Hope, and Ada Jenkins. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Phillips? Good evening.
Yes, sir. In Rural Hill news, tickets are on sale for They Fight, an immersive dinner experience. The dinner will take place Saturday, July 31st. The evening will consist of a 3-course meal by Waiter's Choice, 1 complimentary scotch, and famous theatrical fight scenes performed in the round, including scenes from Robin Hood, Shakespeare, and others. Visit Rural Hill's Facebook to purchase tickets. In Ada Jenkins news, they will be hosting a Juneteenth event for the community on June 19th at 11 a.m. at the Ada Jenkins Center. Free food will be provided and family-friendly information about the emancipation of slavery. To learn more, you can visit their website. Ada Jenkins is in partnership with Matthews Free Health Clinic and Lake Norman Free Health Clinic to roll the Dental Health Plus out this summer. Dates and times are coming soon. If you follow them on social media, you can get updates, including how to sign up when that's available. And a note from Harold Rice, CEO of Ada Jenkins: Vita Tax Service ended the season as a huge success, thanks to the town of Huntersville for making the Delwood Center available to use for us. Overall, between the two sites, Davidson and Huntersville, we were able to prepare 201 tax returns, which is an estimated savings of $60,300 in tax preparations. And then the final update, tonight is the final day to reserve tickets to have a prime rib lunch courtesy of Choplin's. 100% of proceeds will benefit Watchmen of the Streets, a homeless outreach that actually helps in our community. To sign up, you can go to Eventbrite and search for Watchmen of the Streets, or you can reach out to me and I'll send you a link, and that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Walsh.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Public Art Commission will have their monthly meeting in person, so they get away from the Zoom, this Wednesday at Town Hall. That meeting starts at 6:30. From Visit Lake Norman, the USTA North Carolina 18-plus Tennis State Championship returned June 17 through 20. 1,000-plus tennis players from across the state will compete at various tennis complexes. This is the 8th year that Lake Norman has hosted the largest annually held tennis state championship. From Parks and Rec, the La La Caboose Downtown Music Series, I just like saying La La Caboose, with Southern Style Band happens this Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. at Veterans Park. Also, just a reminder, the Growers Market is at Veterans Park through the summer, and that market is open on Saturday mornings from 8 to 12 p.m. That's it, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. I think Tuesdays, is it at Novant on Tuesdays too? Okay. What time? 9 to 1 Tuesdays at Novant. Any questions of staff at this time? Commissioner Boone?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd just like to say thank you to Anthony Roberts for having the town hall power washed. I think it looks great. Looks almost brand new.
Got power wash tonight too. Commissioner Walsh?
Yeah, I have a question for our town manager, Mr. Roberts. Given the recent cyber attacks on, among others, Colonial Pipeline, what's the town of Huntersville doing to mitigate an attack on our IT infrastructure?
I'm probably going to turn that one over to Larry, so he can probably speak a little more intelligently than me on it. But we are doing stuff on that. He and I have chatted about it. And but if you get too far in the weeds, I'll probably have to point to him. So I was going to tell you Mr. Boone was our backup, but I'm going to turn it over to Larry.
Yep, sure. So we're doing several different things. So we're taking the layered approach, which is recommended by National IT Association, CGIS, which is more strict, right, and local government. So layered approach with firewalls, endpoint solutions, and email filters. So we're also educating our end users, which is huge, and I think this is where the big gap is. We recently did a phishing test. If you guys aren't familiar with a phishing test, basically we send out fake emails and we see who bites. And we did one last year, which was the first time ever, and so we're kind of comparing the data right now from last year to this year. So just a rough overview, we had a significant improvement, so which is really good. We keep all our PCs and servers updated. So Patch Tuesday that comes out once a month, we make sure we test patches, we make sure they're working, and that reduces vulnerabilities on our side. And also, if you guys approve the budget tonight, also we're partnering with a vendor, hopefully, and they'll monitor our network, all our logs from firewalls to any kind of that traffic. So they look for anomalies, like they can check out ransomware attacks. If something, if they see an account logging in incorrectly, they look for all that stuff. So they monitor 24/7, 7 days a week, and they'll never stop. So that's kind of what we're doing, and we're always looking for new ways to kind of layer, and we stayed in tune with all the national and local and all the committees and all that. So any questions or anything?
No, I appreciate it. I know nothing is foolproof, but
Oh, yeah,
I appreciate
nothing's
the diligence.
Yes, thanks.
Okay. Any other questions of staff? So we have some special guests in our audience tonight. Four-legged friends, come on down here. And also Mr. Paul Kramer from Toyota here in Huntersville. So I think we all recall last year, as we entered the pandemic, we ended up making sure that car dealers were considered important and vital. And Mr. Kramer had said, hey, if there's anything ever I could do for Huntersville, let me know. So here we have two of our newest officers with 4 legs, and they needed some vests. So I'd like you all to take a picture, but I'd also like you all to introduce yourselves and who your mate is there. And Mr. Kramer, just from everybody here on the board and from the town of Huntersville, we appreciate your business and also your generosity to our community. So thank you. So come on over and introduce who we have here. And there's also a third dog, but I guess he's swimming out there in the water someplace.
I'm Officer Farrell. Nice to meet you all today. Been here since 2017 with the town of Huntersville as a police officer. Became a canine handler in 2019. My partner is Igor. So we're very thankful that they were able to purchase these vests for us because it can really mean the difference in him staying safe or, a bad incident happening and us losing a dog. So we're very grateful and thankful.
Thank you, officer.
How you doing? I'm Officer Lowe. I've been with Huntersville since 2017 as well. Just finished K-9 school in February, and my dog is Coda. Just like Officer Farrell said, very thankful for the donation. This is something very important for their safety. Just like we wear one every day, they need to have it, because they're in dangerous situations as well, so we can't thank you guys enough.
Well, we thank you for everything you're doing. And Mr. Kramer, would you like to say a few words? No? All right. Well, we appreciate everything. Commissioner Boone?
Yes, Officer Lowe, are you the first female canine officer we have? She might have. Yes. Thank you.
Well, be safe out there, and we certainly appreciate everything you all are doing. And as I said, Mr. Kramer, thank you for your all's generosity again. All right. Any agenda changes? Well, is there a motion to accept the agenda?
Motion to accept the agenda.
We have an agenda change.
We do?
Don't we do it at the, yes, to start the public hearing, or no, we do it now?
You can do it now so that if anyone was waiting in the audience for those 2 items, that they would know.
Oh,
Okay, my apologies.
I was waiting.
okay, go.
Any agenda changes?
Yes. I would like to make a motion to continue the public hearing at item 8A on a petition to abandon a 0.478 acre portion of Oyster Lane to June 21st, and as a result of continuance, update the resolution of intent to reflect the new public hearing date.
We need the other one.
I do both of them?
Yes.
My apologies. I would like to make a motion to continue the public hearing at item B on a petition to abandon 2 unopened public rights of way south of Gilead Road to June 21st, and as a result of the continuance, update the resolution of intent to reflect the new public hearing date.
And I will second that.
Well, no need, but
I know we don't need to.
is
but
there a motion to accept the agenda as
Amended.
amended?
Yes, there is.
Is there a second?
Yes.
Okay. Any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, thank you. All right. We'll go to other business. 9A, which is consider adopting the budget for fiscal year 2021 to 2022. Is there a motion? Any discussion? Mr. Roberts, you have anything else to say?
Tax rate's the same, and tax rates change, the only change from the last time you saw the manager's recommended budget is basically the design build cost of town hall just to get through that phase. We had it in at 1.3, and we dropped that down to 1 million.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion adopting the budget for fiscal year 2021-2022.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Commissioner Boone?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I won't be supporting this budget. Numerous reasons. First of all, the town hall. I personally think it's in the wrong location. I think it's going to have stormwater issues. Traffic will continue to be an issue. The second thing is that when we had the workshop on this budget, we had 3 commissioners say that they would support a 4% merit increase along with a $15 minimum hourly rate for these employees. You have 3 commissioners that are supporting a 4% merit increase, and then there's no budging from the town manager at 2.5. There was absolutely no compromise on this, so I will not be supporting this. I think we have the funds, we have the wallet to pay our employees, and this is an opportunity to show them that, and with a 2.5 is just not the message I want to give the people who make this town run and who protect this town. Thank you.
Okay, any other discussion? All right, all those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? All right, that budget passes. Thank you, everybody, for your work on that. Next item on our agenda is 9B, consider approving proposed rate modification for Huntersville Electricity's customers. Commissioner Boone?
Yes, sir, I'd like to make a motion to approve a rate modification for the Huntersville Electric City customers, which is based upon a cost service study performed by Booth and Associates, LLC. These rates are incorporated into the electric fund budget for fiscal year 2022. That will be in effect on July 1st of 2021.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Commissioner Walsh? Any discussion? All right, all those in favor? All those opposed? No? All right, now we'll get to the fun stuff. 9C, consider appointments to the planning board. So we have 3 planning board slots open, and are we going to just go, you're going to nominate 3 people each?
Certainly.
Okay. Commissioner Bales?
I would like to, first of all, thank everyone who applied. I think that we would be remiss for us not to, with the long list of applicants. With that said, my 3 will be Jennifer Davis, Frank Gammon, and Scott Hensley, all for reappointment.
Okay. Commissioner Boone?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm going to go with Frank Gammon, Scott Hensley, and Lee Hallman.
Okay. Commissioner Hines?
Reappoint Jennifer Davis, Frank Gammon, and Scott Hensley.
Commissioner Munger?
Jennifer Davis, Frank Gammon, and Scott Hensley.
Commissioner Phillips?
Frank Gammon, Lee Hallman, Scott Hensley.
Commissioner Walsh?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to echo some of Commissioner Bales' comments. We had a lot of very qualified people apply, but I will be renominating Jennifer Davis, Frank Gammon, and Scott Hensley.
Okay. All right. Let's see, can I have a motion to appoint Mr. Frank Gammon?
Motion to appoint Frank Gammon.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor? Okay. Congratulations, Mr. Gammon. Can I have a motion to appoint Mr. Scott Hensley?
Motion
Like-
to approve. Motion to approve.
Well, appoint.
Appoint Scott Hensley.
Okay, is there a
Second.
second? All right, all those in favor? All right, and then can I have a motion to appoint Ms. Jennifer Davis?
Motion to appoint Jennifer Davis.
I'll second that.
All those in favor? All those opposed? Okay. All right, well, thank you. We had 21 people apply. What I will say, and I'll say this also for our Board of Adjustments, we discussed today a new committee for the 150th anniversary of incorporation of Huntersville, and then also a downtown committee is going to be formed. So if you're interested in one of those. So let's go to the Board of Adjustments. Commissioner Bales?
I think that first we need to have
okay.
a conversation.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
A conversation around attendance or the lack thereof in regards to Tony Ann Premiano. I think that was brought to our attention today. And the question that really is posed before the board at this point is, are we in a position to replace her this evening, or should we do that at another time?
Could you explain?
Certainly. According to our attendance chart in our agenda packet, Ms. Premiano has missed 4 of the last 12 months in regards to our board meeting, the Board of Adjustments meetings, and our bylaws state there could be no more than 3 if memory serves. And since there were 4 missed, the question still before the board is whether or not we do or do not replace her at this point.
And you have a question?
No.
I just have a question for Mr. Semino. So when something like this occurs, do we reach out to the board member to see if they had medical issues or if they had family situation, and do they even want to still be on the board?
Yes, so that's the chairman of the Board of Adjustment does that, and did reach out in this particular instance, yes, sir. And there wasn't no extenuating circumstances involved.
All right. Commissioner Walsh, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I would be in support of, at this point, removing her from that board. We have a lot of folks across the town who would be happy to step up, and it's important that, especially, well, all boards and commissions are important, but they know the commitment up front, and it's, I think, time to replace her.
Okay. I've never done this, so what?
We need a motion, a second, and a vote.
Okay. To remove Ms. Premiani from town seat 4?
Yes.
Okay.
Town seat 3,
Oh, town seat 3?
yes. I will be happy to make that motion. I'll make a motion that we remove Ms. Premiano from town seat 3 due to the number of absences within the last year.
And I'll second that.
Okay. Is there any further discussion? All right. All those in favor? All those opposed? No? Okay. All right. So now we have 4 seats. Okay. So, Commissioner Bales?
So we're going to start at seat 1, and I would like to make a motion that we put Mr. Bradshaw in town seat 1.
Second.
Okay. I thought we were going to do all 3.
Huh?
No? Okay. All right.
No, I think that what we had
You want me
discussed.
to just do seat 1 and then all the way? Okay, I
Correct.
apologize. It's been a little,
For the
little
board,
correct.
for the regular board members.
Crazy
And then
today.
for the alternate,
Okay.
we would do the 3.
All right. Commissioner Boone?
Bradshaw.
Commissioner Hines?
Bradshaw.
Commissioner Munger?
Bradshaw.
Commissioner Phillips?
Bradshaw.
Commissioner Walsh?
Bradshaw.
Okay. Can I have a motion to appoint to seat 1, Mr. Jonathan Bradshaw?
Motion to appoint Jonathan Bradshaw to town seat 1.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Okay. All right. Seat number 2?
Oh goodness, Peter Jacobson.
Commissioner Boone?
Commissioner Bales, who did you just say?
Peter
Mr.
Jacobson.
Okay, second. I'll go with Jacobson.
Mr. Hines,
Jacobson.
Mr. Munger,
Jacobson.
Commissioner Phillips,
Jacobson.
Commissioner Walsh.
Jacobson.
Okay. Can I have a motion for Mr. Jacobson?
Motion to appoint Jacobson to seat 2.
Okay.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Okay. Now we get to seat 3. Commissioner Bales?
My appointment would be Chris Price.
Okay. Commissioner Boone?
I'm going to go with Edward Lowry.
Okay. Commissioner Hines?
So just clarification on the seat number, is there any particular, it's not part of where they live in the community, it's just replacement of a seat?
Right.
Is that right?
Yeah, but we do have an ETJ.
Right.
And just to also clarify before we continue to move forward, is that this would fill the current term, not a new term.
Correct.
So this is the replacement for
This is the
Primiano?
replacement for Primiano.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll go with Gloria Bennett.
What name?
Bennett, Gloria Bennett.
Okay,
Gloria Bennett?
I don't have that on my sheet, so.
Yeah, she's one of the applicants.
Okay. Commissioner Munger?
Gloria Bennett.
Commissioner Phillips?
John Carbonella.
And Commissioner Walsh?
Gloria Bennett.
Okay. Can I have a motion for Miss Gloria Bennett?
Motion to appoint Gloria Bennett to seat 3.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? Commissioner Boone, did you vote?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right, now it's town seat 4.
Mr. Louts?
Okay. Commissioner Boone,
Locks.
Commissioner Hines,
Locks.
Commissioner Munger,
Locks.
Commissioner Phillips,
Locks.
Commissioner Walsh.
Louts.
Okay. Can I have a motion to appoint to town seat 4, Mr. Louts?
Motion to appoint Jason Louts to town seat 4.
I'll second it.
Okay. Any discussion? All those in favor? Seeing none opposed? Okay. Now, I don't have my, we have an ETJ seat now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I'd like to appoint Ms. Burton, Kimberly Burton.
Okay. Commissioner Boone,
Burton.
Commissioner Hines,
Ms. Burton?
Commissioner Munger,
Burton.
Commissioner Phillips,
Burton.
Commissioner Walsh.
Burton.
Okay. Can I have a motion to appoint to the ETJ seat, Ms. Kimberly Burton?
Motion to approve.
Go ahead.
Motion to approve Kim Burton to the ETJ position.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, great. All right, now we have some alternate seats.
And we'll do just give you 3 names,
Okay.
correct? So Passarelli, Bray, and Carbonell.
Let's see. Okay. And what was the third, Bray? Okay. Commissioner Boone,
Edward Lowry, John Carbonell, and George Yatsback.
Commissioner Hines,
Carbonell, Pazzarelli, and Bray.
okay. Commissioner Munger,
Yazbek, Carbonell, and Lowry.
Commissioner Phillips,
Bray, Carbonell, Passarelli.
and Commissioner Walsh.
Carbonell, Bray, and Passarelli.
Okay. Can I have a motion to nominate Mr. Carbonell to,
Motion to nominate Carbonell to the Board of Adjustments.
I'll second that.
okay. Any discussion?
Should we say alternate seat, or do we have to put the seat that we?
Do you need a particular alternate seat?
You can appoint them seat by seat, or you can do all three. If three received the highest votes, you can do all three at once.
So not a set seat, just to the board,
Okay.
or as an alternate, my apologies.
The alternates don't necessarily have a seat.
Okay, all right. Any other questions or discussion? All those in favor of Mr. Carbonell? All right, unopposed. Can I have a motion for Mr. Passarelli?
Motion to appoint Mr. Pasquarelli to Board of Adjustments alternate.
Second?
Any discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? Okay. And can I have a motion to appoint to alternate the Board of Adjustments to Mr. Bray?
Motion to appoint Kevin Bray to the alternate.
Is there a
Second.
second? Any discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? Okay. All right. I guess we got through that pretty easily. Move on to 9, and as I said before, obviously we had 12 apply for that, so we had 33 people apply for about 9 different slots. So look at all our other committees and future committees, and please feel free to apply to those. 9E is consider approving Rosedale Nature Park dog park rules and regulations. Mr. Jacobs, how are you this evening?
Doing good, thank you. So in front of you tonight, the only really major changes since last month is that we took out the controlled access to the dog park, as well as any fees associated with entering the dog park. So those are really the major changes from back in May.
Okay.
I'm here to answer any other questions you might have.
Commissioner Walsh?
I'd like to make a motion adopting Rosedale Nature Park dog park rules and regulations.
Second.
Commissioner Bales? Any discussion? Commissioner Phillips?
I would like to make a substitute motion to approve the Huntersville Park and Rec dog park rules and regulations on the condition that staff amend the rules to include a requirement that all dogs using the park must be spayed or neutered.
Second.
Okay. Commissioner Boone? Any discussion or comments?
I am interested, when you all created the rules that we see before us, was there conversation around animals being spayed and neutered?
Yeah, there was. A lot of the research we did, because from the standpoint of the female dogs, they go in heat twice a year for about 2 to 3 weeks, so it's not like they're in heat all the time. Now, the male dogs, I mean, there's no specific time if they're not neutered that they go into heat. So there was some discussion about that.
But it didn't make it into this.
Yeah. So what we had here is recommendations that if your dog's aggressive, no matter what, if it's male or female, it shouldn't be in a dog park. But also, we mentioned the females that are in heat should not be in a dog park, which I mentioned is only 4 to 5 weeks a year. So we didn't feel like it was, it would deter someone to bring their dog in. If it has not been spayed, it's only a couple of weeks out of the year.
Commissioner Walsh?
And I probably should know this, I've had dogs before, but how old are they before they can be spayed or neutered? I'm sorry to put you on the spot.
Well, I know that getting their rabies shots, I think it's 16 weeks or 15 weeks. I'm not sure how old you have to be fixed. If that's around the same time.
6 months.
6 months, okay.
It depends on the breed,
Yes.
too.
Mm-hmm.
The larger the breed,
So this would prevent dogs less than 6 months old from coming into our park.
Potentially, yeah.
Commissioner Phillips, you made the motion. Would you like to add anything?
I mean, we could add in puppies are okay, but, I mean, that goes in with rabies. But I feel like if this is a public facility, we need to be good stewards and to encourage people to be better pet owners and to spay and neuter their pets. Because someone can say that their animal's not altered, and then the next thing you know, we have issues on our hand that they could hold the town liable for. So I just think that this is the best route to go as far as just being preventative and encouraging responsible pet ownership.
Good.
I just had a question for Ms. Sloot. It does say in here, owners of a dog are responsible for the conduct of their pets as well as the aggressive and female dogs in heat. If we were to adopt this as originally presented, what's the liability in regards to what Commissioner Phillips is talking about?
I would suggest adopting the rules with the amendment to include the requirement that the dogs be spayed or neutered to reduce any possibility that we would be sued in case another animal became impregnated. Not only that, but due to the fact that when the animals are not spayed and neutered, there is a lot more volatility. Obviously, I'm not a vet, but from the brief research that I did this morning after the questions that came up, I would recommend from a liability standpoint to include that requirement.
Thank you.
Can I just add a comment? You know, one of the big things for these millennials is to go to these, I guess it's really kind of a dog park, but really a lot of drinking goes on. And your dog has to have a passport, so to speak, that has the information that the dog has been spayed or neutered unless it was less than 6 months old. And I went to one about a week and a half ago, and it was about 150, 170 dogs, and there really wasn't any problem, so it was actually a pretty good situation. The only question is, if you change this as amended, you know, how are you going to police it? It's, but at least it gives everybody the notice that it'll be one of the rules on there as they walk in, correct?
And I think most of that goes back to what Emily says. It covers you from a liability standpoint.
I couldn't hear.
I said, I think from what Emily mentioned about, it's more covering us from a liability standpoint that it's stated in the rules, not so much we're there every day monitoring it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Commissioner Wall?
I'm going to go back to my question. So by implementing it as worded, young dogs can't be in our parks. And we're going to take somebody with a 3 or 4 or 5 month old dog and say, sorry, you can't come in?
I guess the question would be, would Commissioner Phillips amend her motion to allow for puppies under the 6 months?
Yeah, absolutely. I will definitely amend my motion to include puppies under 6 months or animals that are not of age to be spayed or, I'll just say of age to be spayed or neutered. So, do I need to make another motion?
I'll amend my second.
And I'll just ask Ms. Sloop, are you comfortable with that wording?
Yes, as long as we require dogs that are of the age to be spayed or neutered and make the exception for the dogs that are not, I feel that we would be covered better from a liability standpoint.
Okay.
Okay, good point. Oh, Commissioner Munger.
Thank you. I have to say, initially I was opposed to this. It seemed like we were trying to exclude people, dogs that would otherwise be allowed, and it seemed perfectly reasonable, but the only thing I would ask is if something like this comes up in this type of scenario, if we could get a little bit more notice, because after listening to Ms. Sloop, the fact that unspayed dogs are, unspayed or unneutered dogs are more aggressive gives it credence, and it gives me a little bit more time to think about it, and it does make sense. So I will support it. I just ask that we have a little bit more notice on this so that we can think it through.
Okay. Any other questions, comments? So all those in favor of the amended motion? All those opposed? None? Okay. Well, we look forward to that park. I went by there, I guess, 4 or 5 days ago, and it cleared it all out, so hopefully it's still on schedule.
Yeah, it's still on schedule.
Okay, great. All right, last thing on our agenda tonight is 9F, consider approving Lake Norman Kiwanis mural for Veterans Park restroom and building. Hey,
Hi,
what you doing here, Miss Dunn?
trying to get this moved.
Okay.
So as you can see from the new design, the concern that the last meeting where it was discussed was that it was a lot of Kiwanis, too much Kiwanis. The Key Club has been toned down. It's now just small writing on the key itself. It's probably going to be about 2 inches or less. The Kiwanis logo, that space on the right from the ground to the bottom of that strip that goes across is 33 inches, so the tallest that would probably be 20-something inches. So we're not looking at a lot of Kiwanis branding except in the logo, and then also the Kiwanis message at the top was removed.
Mr. Mayor? Commissioner Boone?
Yes, sir. I'd like to go ahead and make a motion to approve the Lake Norman Kiwanis mural and the agreement between the town and the Lake Norman Kiwanis Club.
Second.
Second. Any other discussion?
I would just like to take a moment to say thank you, and thank you to Kiwanis for going back and hearing our concerns. It greatly appreciated, and I, for one, look forward to seeing that mural in Veterans Park. A great addition.
Okay. Any other comments? All those in favor? Seeing none opposed, that motion passes. So we'll look forward to getting that up ASAP. Thank you, Ms. Hauk, as well, for your work on that. All right.
Motion
for
to
the
accept the consent agenda?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Seeing none opposed, that passes. Any closing comments? No closing comments? All right. I'll just say again that, keep all those families that suffered from this tragedy in Huntersville and everybody else associated with them. I don't think you ever get over that, but I'm sure there's going to be a long time where a lot of families are going to be hurting, and our first responders as well, for what they had to go through. So, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right, all those in favor? All right, good night. We'll see you on the 21st.
6:48? 6:48?